All right.
National Weather Service (NWY) has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Dawes, Nebraska. Sue.
All right, guys. Just wanted to give a minute for everyone to jump in here. But we are live here for more severe weather coverage across our region. All right, good afternoon, good evening out there. And today is Thursday, June 4th, 2026, and we are back here once again for more severe weather coverage across South Dakota. Have a look here at our map. This is what we have going on currently. As we go ahead and take a look at the big picture item first. So we do have another setup for severe weather, and we've seen some severe weather going on today, but within the past few minutes, things have ramped up, and that is why we are jumping on here to bring you guys the latest severe weather update. So we do see this severe thunderstorm watch in the pink shaded area, the kind of a salmon pinkish color on the map. That is our severe thunderstorm watch that is issued. Now there's two separate ones. There's one out here in western South Dakota, also includes southwest North Dakota. It includes southeastern Montana and northeastern Wyoming. But it also, again, includes western South Dakota. So Rapid City, the Black Hills, Buffalo, Bison, Faith, Dupree, Phillip, Wall, Martin, Pine Ridge, all included. That is until 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Central for that watch. And then about an hour ago, actually an hour ago exactly, we saw a severe thunderstorm watch issued for central and eastern South Dakota. So that was just put out about an hour ago. And that is now out until 1 a.m. Central. And this includes Pierre, it includes Chamberlain, Winter, Murdo, includes Huron. It does include Mitchell again. Madison, Brookings, Watertown, Redfield, all included. So we do have two separate severe thunderstorm watches, all for South Dakota here. So Sioux Falls, to note, we're not included in any of this. So Sioux Falls is not included in any of these watches. So this is north and west of Sioux Falls. Other than that, we have seen some severe weather across Minnesota. Now that's off here near the Wilmer and St. Cloud, Minnesota area. Those are non-severe now. They have gone below severe limits. We have also, earlier this afternoon, believe it or not, there actually was a tornado warning down in southern Nebraska, south of Omaha. That was early this afternoon. To my knowledge, that did not touch the ground. So other than that, we are seeing severe weather now in eastern South Dakota. We have this cluster of severe thunderstorms from Redfield down to Miller. And here we go. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued and put out too. So we got a cluster of severe thunderstorms now within the past few minutes that have developed here in this area in northeastern South Dakota. And then we have this separate area of severe thunderstorms. We have one out here in northwestern South Dakota, and then we have another one out near Rapid City, just west of Rapid City. And then there's a severe thunderstorm warning down here in the far northwest corner of Nebraska as well. And so there's two separate, think of it this way, we have two separate areas of severe weather that we're going to be keeping an eye on this evening. Again, wave one is out here in western South Dakota. That is going to continue to move east and eventually form a line segment. Right now they're discrete, they're supercells. Eventually these are going to form a line and then march eastward overnight tonight. And then we have this separate area of severe thunderstorm activity and severe weather that is out towards, again, Redfield and Miller. This is just a cluster of severe weather that is separate from what is going on out here. And that is this activity as well is going to move in an easterly direction. So that is the latest on the severe weather watches and warnings for our region. And so that is why we are jumping on here and bringing you guys the latest severe weather information. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the latest of what we are seeing on the severe thunderstorms. Let me go ahead and move back to the desk here. What we're seeing.
All right, so give me 1 second here. All right, switching back over here. Going to turn the radar on here for us. All right. All right, so let's go ahead now and let's take a look at the latest. So let's start west to east across the region. We do have, again, a cluster. We have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a bunch of severe weather that is now going on. And all of this has started just in the past few minutes. So this is all pretty fresh data here. All right, so up here near Buffalo, South Dakota, this is in between Buffalo and Bison, South Dakota. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is a supercell that has formed. Let me go ahead and turn everything on here. The lightning, storm reports. And let's see here. For some reason, the radar got turned off. So let me go ahead here and show the latest. And there we go. All right, here we go. So we got the radar up. Apologies for that. So we are seeing this severe thunderstorm warning that is, again, in between Buffalo and Bison, South Dakota. This is a supercell all by itself. This is in that watch zone. And so a severe thunderstorm warning posted for this cell, this storm right here. And this is in effect here until 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central, so another half hour. This severe thunderstorm is moving east at 20 miles per hour. The hazard is 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. And so locations impacted would be the Riva area and Slim Buttes in South Dakota. So this is a pretty strong thunderstorm. You know, looking at this, again, it's all by itself. It's a supercell here. Now, if we go ahead and look at the velocity data, see if if there's any rotation, and we're not seeing anything. So this is strictly just a very strong storm with some hail and maybe some gusty winds. But again, the hail core is right in here. Anytime, again, where you have the purple and black colors on the radar, that is where we are seeing large hail. Also, very heavy rainfall, I'm sure, as well. So let's go ahead here. And I just wanted to look at this. And this is our hail product. And this is our new product to us. And this does show there's that hail. It's right there. So we are definitely seeing a very strong storm just east of Buffalo, South Dakota. All right, moving along here, moving farther south here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This is a very strong storm. This is another supercell all by itself, and this is west of Rapid City, west of Hill City. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. And let me go ahead and read this off. Severe thunderstorm warning also until 6 p.m. Mountain Time for Pennington County in South Dakota. Moving east at 35 miles per hour, severe thunderstorm capable of producing ping pong ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds with this. So some locations that would be impacted with this storm is Hill City, Johnson Siding, Silver City, Rockford, Flag Mountain, Mystic, Deerfield, let's see, Pactola Reservoir, Medicine Mountain, Sheridan Lake, Black Elk Peak, Palmer Gulch Resort, and Horse Thief Lake. All included there. So severe thunderstorm warning, a very strong storm. And I got to say, based on the radar picture, It looks like we might be seeing some signs of some rotation potentially here. It does look like we might be starting to get a little bit of a hook forming. So kind of right in here. We're kind of getting that little tail there at the southern flank of this thing, like that. Anytime you get kind of a signature like that, where you get some, kind of a hook feature on the radar, we're kind of seeing that a little bit. So it's something worth noting. We're going to keep a close eye on that. Again, the threats tonight. We have all modes of severe weather on the table. Large hail in excess of 2 inches in diameter possible. We've already seen 2-inch hail around, and we're looking at 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible, and then a couple of tornadoes possible this evening. Looking at the rotation, though, looking at the velocity, I don't see a whole lot with that. So at this time, we're not really seeing rotation with that, but we'll keep a close eye on this. Again, if you are in Hill City, this is going to be heading into Hill City and Johnson Siding. So we need you guys to be in your safe spots, seeking shelter indoors. And then farther south, in northwest corner of Nebraska, there is a severe thunderstorm warning as well here. This is in between Harrison and Crawford, Nebraska. And reading this off here. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect also until 6 p.m. Mountain Time. This is for Dawes and Sioux counties in Nebraska. Severe thunderstorm moving east at 25 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and quarter-sized hail. So a very strong supercell thunderstorm in northwestern Nebraska as well. Looking at the velocity, I am not seeing anything, not seeing any rotation there, so it is strictly just hail and wind. All right, now moving farther east, let's go ahead and switch radars here. Let's go to the Aberdeen radar, and we are seeing a cluster of severe weather here in northeastern South Dakota. From Miller up to Redfield, and in between, we are seeing a very strong cluster here of severe weather, of severe thunderstorms. And this is all kind of congealed together here in this one spot. So they're all kind of fighting for the same energy. So this one down here, just south of Miller, we're getting a really strong hail signature there. Again, the purple and black colors there, that is indicating some very large hail. And so Millerdale Colony right now is seeing that. So we are seeing this severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7 p.m. Central for southern Han County. This is 11 miles south of Miller. This cell is moving east at 20 miles per hour. So they're not moving very fast. They're moving fairly slow, similar to what we saw yesterday. Golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the threats with this storm. So we're looking at the Sunshine Bible Academy is under the gun here with this, as well as Rose Hill Dam, and again, Millerdale Colony as well. So very strong storm there. It's it's kind of it's out in a rural area. It's pretty much in no man's land. But if you live in these areas, seek shelter. This is a very strong thunderstorm. Looking at the velocity here, I am not seeing anything on the velocity. So no rotation on that storm. All right, then for Miller in Ree Heights, South Dakota, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is out as well. Let me go ahead and read this off here for you. So severe thunderstorm warning for west central Han County, also until 7 p.m. So all of these warnings go until 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. The hazard is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail with this storm. This is moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So this would be near Ree Heights here and also around the Miller area. So those two communities in eastern South Dakota need to be seeking shelter. All right, if we look at the velocity, and I am not seeing much with this either. So not seeing any rotation with this. Again, the main spot that we would be looking at is right in here. So looks like the box is kind of a little bit off kilter, a little bit from this storm, but where I have circled, that's the area of why they issued this warning. So it's right over Miller, South Dakota right now, and also St. Lawrence. So if you're in St. Lawrence, South Dakota as well, we need you to be seeking shelter immediately as well. All right, moving up the line here, we have a couple of other severe thunderstorms to get to. This one here over Tulare and Hitchcock, South Dakota. Severe thunderstorm warning in place as well. Let me go ahead and read off this warning. So we have some big time hail with this storm. Looks like we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. So we're going to get that here in just a moment. So that one is just farther south. And our bot Stormy, is about to read this off.
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to go ahead and read this off for you. This includes Broadland, Bonilla, and Hitchcock, South Dakota. You know, it's weird because these were the same areas that saw severe weather yesterday. And we saw strong thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms moving through these same communities last night. And now we're seeing it almost 24 hours later in the same location. So quite interesting how weather works. So new severe thunderstorm warning here. It is again over Broadland, Bonilla, and Hitchcock, South Dakota. So this is in effect now until 7:30 p.m. Central. This storm is moving east at 25 miles per hour. We're looking at 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. So you want to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. And that's the latest there. And we got a new
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand,
right
South Dakota,
another new one.
Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so we got another new severe thunderstorm warning. My goodness, they are just dropping like flies right now. So we are looking at another new severe thunderstorm
National
warning.
Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota, Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
So it's all just in this one spot. we have 6 severe thunderstorm warnings, all on this same cluster of severe weather. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that. That is something else. All right, so we have a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings going on here. All right, so the newest one here, I couldn't even read it off. All right, so just got done reading the one for Bonilla, Broadland, and Hitchcock, South Dakota. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to read off this one now in effect for St. Lawrence and Wessington, South Dakota. So if you were in those communities tonight, we need you to be in your safe spot, need to be seeking shelter. And let's see here. So severe thunderstorm warning in effect now until 7:30 p.m. Central. This severe thunderstorm is moving east at 20 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter-sized hail. So we'll also be near the Vayland area here within the next couple of minutes.
National Weather Service Cheyenne WY has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Dawes, Nebraska, Sioux,
so that's the one
Nebraska.
Down in Nebraska. All right, so let's see here. Let me see and look at if there's any rotation in this. And you know what? There is a little bit. There might be a little bit of rotation, but not much. But if there is, it would be right in here, be in between Miller and Wessington, South Dakota. We'll continue to watch it. We'll keep a close eye out, and we'll continue to watch any areas of rotation. And let's see, back up to the north here. Let me go ahead and read off. I think the only one I have not read off yet is this Redfield one. So severe thunderstorm warning for Redfield, South Dakota. Let me go ahead and read this off for you. Actually, okay, so that one's actually been allowed to expire. Okay, so that's what okay, so this severe thunderstorm warning for Redfield has been allowed to expire. It has gone below severe limits, so I was just about to talk about that one. Okay, so we're down to 5 severe thunderstorm warnings along this cluster of severe weather. Let me go ahead here and we're going to hold this view here. It looks like we're starting to get some rotation over the Banila area. We might be starting to get a little bit of rotation here. Right in here. So it's broad rotation. But near Banila, South Dakota, we could, looks like we might be seeing some rotation. Again, what we look for in rotation, we see the brighter reds with the brighter greens, and we are starting to see that. And it's more of in kind of a circular motion, and that's kind of what we look for here with this setup of severe weather. So we are seeing some rotation with this. Okay, we have the reds going away from the radar, greens are going towards the radar. And so that is an area, a spot that we're going to continue to monitor very closely and watch for possible rotation. Again, the threat there are a couple of tornadoes are possible this evening across eastern South Dakota, mainly eastern South Dakota. All right, let's see here. And let me go ahead and make this look a little better for you guys here. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Looks like new severe thunderstorm warning.
Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
Okay, so
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible.
Yeah, so this one was
Move
just
indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so severe thunderstorm warning updated there. It includes Hitchcock, it includes Tulare, Crandon, Hillside Colony. Let me go ahead and read this off for you guys. Updated here. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 7:15 p.m. Central for southern Spink County, moving east at 35 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Spink Colony, Hillside Colony included, again, as well as Hitchcock, Tulare, and Crandon. We're getting some large hail. And if we look at our hail product, you can see that. We are definitely seeing this area of very large hail beginning to form. It's all along the same cluster of severe thunderstorms. And you can see this is where we are seeing the hail. This is our hail tracker. So this area is, it looks like at this point, the main threat with this activity is the large hail threat. Looks like one spot here, just east of Hitchcock right here. This is a pretty nasty hail core here. Looks like we have another spot right in here. Another one kind of right in there. And right there. So Those areas that I marked there, that is where we are seeing that large hail threat on the radar picture. So this
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
looks like we got, let's see. Let me see what that one was. Oh, it was an update. Okay, so we got an update to this warning that is over Bonilla and Hitchcock and Broadland. So this one right here. Update to the severe thunderstorm warning. Go ahead and read this off. So the update here, it says...
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central for northwestern Beetle County. That's it was an update to the warning. Moving east at 25 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour winds and half-dollar
National Weather
hail.
Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota. Until 7 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so...
National Weather Service Cheyenne WY has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Dawes, Nebraska, Sioux, Nebraska. Until 7 p.m. damaging winds and large hail.
We're going to turn our bot off here. It's getting annoying. All right, so this area, this cluster of thunderstorms, if we go ahead and put a loop on this, you can see they started as just kind of a spot, an area. You know, look at this. I mean, they started to fire up here after 5. So about 5:30 is when this started. We started to see some cells that fired up here northwest of Miller, north and west of Miller. And they have kind of moved in an east-southeasterly direction over the last hour or so. And as they've done that, they've quickly become severe and very intense thunderstorms. And if we continue to play this loop out, you can see how they just develop out of nowhere. And then it just becomes a line. So at this point, now it's a line segment here of severe weather. We do have chasers that are out on this area of severe weather. This is Edgar O'Neill. So he's getting a pretty good vantage point there of that. And that is on this cell right down here, south of Miller. And no rotation on that as of now. Now, one spot here worth noting that I want to throw out there. It looks like near that Bonilla area, again, we are seeing some signs of rotation here. Again, the brighter greens with the brighter reds right in here. We are starting to see some rotation there near Bonilla, South Dakota. So this is something worth watching, and I'm going to keep a very close eye on this because damage threat is already considerable with this severe thunderstorm. Again, the damage threat is considerable with golf ball-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds. So the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. And look at that. We're getting a pretty good rotation signature there. So yeah, we are starting to see, we're definitely seeing rotation there just east of Wessington. So here's Wessington here, and here's Broadland, and here's Bonilla. And that rotation is there. I mean, there is no question about that we are seeing rotation with this. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get a tornado warning issued, but it's unlikely, but it is possible. We are seeing that rotation. And if I back this up a little bit, you can see where this started. It started about 15 minutes ago, and it was pretty broad rotation, but it is starting to get tighter. And we are starting to see rotation now near Benilla, South Dakota. So we need to be in our safe spots. If we, again, are in Broadland, if we're in Benilla, those two communities in particular, we need to be in our safe spot, seeking shelter, away from windows, lowest floor, interior room there. So a very strong storm that is going on, and we do see a little bit of a bowing out here. What I mean by that is we're kind of seeing a little bit of a, it's almost like an S signature on the radar picture, and anytime we get kind of an S here, that is an indicator that we could be getting some rotation developing. So we are going to just continue to watch things very closely and see what happens. But as of right now, no tornadoes, no tornado warning in effect, but we will keep an eye on it. Let's go back out west. Out here in western South Dakota, we're continuing to watch things very closely. We have a severe thunderstorm warning out here, and playing a loop on this, backing it up here. When it was about right here, when I first went live, it looked like, this thing might start to rotate and might turn into something tornadic, perhaps, but nope, it is, since then, it looks like it has kind of fizzled out a little bit. It has weakened a little bit as it's moving towards Rapid City. So this is moving towards Rapid City. So this line segment here is moving towards Rapid City. Here's Rapid City right here. It is moving in an easterly direction. So heads up in Rapid City. We are about to get this thunderstorm to head into Rapid City. So we'll keep a close eye on this one as well. Looking at the velocity, I don't see any rotation. This is, again, strictly for, let's see here. This is for $half size tail possible and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust possible as well. So that's at this point in the game, this is the lone wolf now. This is the only severe thunderstorm warning that we have going on out west. So we'll keep an eye out for it. Let's see here. All right, so we do have chasers out west as well. We'll keep an eye on that. But at this point in time, it does look like the main event at this point now is here. It's centered in eastern South Dakota. This is where we have the majority of most of the severe weather right now is occurring in this one spot here, north and west of Huron. So Huron is right here, and we are seeing severe weather just north and west of the Huron area. In between Huron and Redfield, actually, is what we're looking at. Miller is in this. Wessington is in it. Tulare, Hitchcock, Broadland, all included here in this activity of severe weather. So let's go ahead and look at the velocity again. And it looks like we are seeing a little bit of rotation still near Benilla. So this fairly broad rotation is continuing. So we are going to keep an eye out for that. Let's see here. So severe thunderstorm warnings remain in place across eastern South Dakota. So it looks like as of right now, the strongest part of this area, we got one supercell down here, and then we have another one here over Wessington, and another one here. So these are the three severe thunderstorms that we have going on. They are kind of together in a clustered line, but there's three separate spots, and I highlighted that there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look here. Looks like we do have some chasers that are out in the field. This is Edgar O'Neill. Let's go ahead and take a look here at what he's seeing, and look at that. Pretty good view of that thunderstorm there. Look at all that. Look at that lowering there. We have some very low clouds. That is some very, very low clouds there. And I assume that's where they're going to see if anything drops. But that could be a wall cloud forming.
National Weather Service Rapid City SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence, South Dakota, Meade, South Dakota,
So that's in
Pennington,
northwestern
South Dakota. Until 8 p.m.
western South
damaging
Dakota.
winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, yep, so new warning. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning out in western South Dakota. This does include Rapid City. This is the storm I was just talking about. And now we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this one. And Rapid City, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So our viewers out in Rapid City, we need to be seeking shelter away from windows into your room. And this
National Weather Service Rapid City SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence, South Dakota, Meade, South Dakota, Pennington, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning here for southwestern Meade County, southeastern Lawrence County, and central Pennington County in western South Dakota until 7 p.m. Mountain Time now. And it does say here, severe thunderstorm line located near Somerset, moving east at 40. So it's moving east at 40 miles per hour. We're looking at 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So Rapid City, if I list off your location, you're under severe thunderstorm warning and need to seek shelter. Rapid City, Hill City, Rapid Valley, Ellsworth Air Force Base, Box Elder, Somerset, Blackhawk, New Underwood, Keystone, Piedmont, Elm Springs, Hisega, Caputa, Hayward, Rockerville, Farmingdale, Pactola Reservoir, Mount Rushmore National Memorial. So this does include Mount Rushmore and Rapid City Airport. For your protection, again, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. So that's the latest wording from the National Weather Service. So we'll keep an eye on this one out in Rapid City. I don't see any rotation, so that's at least good. But again, that threat there for hail and strong winds is there. Again, quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds heading towards Rapid City. Just about to head into Rapid City. So we will keep a close eye on that. We do have some other non-thunderstorm. We do have some other non-severe thunderstorms that are out there. Up here in northwestern South Dakota, we do have some strong thunderstorms up near the Buffalo and Bison areas. So this we did see a severe thunderstorm warning earlier on this, but it has fizzled out. I mean, look at that earlier near Buffalo. We had some really strong hail, some really strong hail signatures up there near Buffalo. But that storm has pretty much fizzled out. So this area has fizzled out, and we are not seeing anything there. But strong thunderstorms continue there. Eastern Wyoming, there's a couple of spots here. There is a cell here down near Lance Creek, just north of Lance Creek there. A chaser's actually on that one. And we have another separate cluster of some thunderstorms there in eastern Wyoming as well. So we'll keep an eye on those. Those are eventually going to be moving east and making its way into South Dakota. So we will keep a close eye on that. And then here in Nebraska, we do have a couple of thunderstorms as well. We have one up here near Shadron and Crawford, and another one here east of Alliance, and then another one down here near Oshkosh, Nebraska. These are all moving in an easterly direction as well. And then farther east, out here towards Chamberlain, there is a thunderstorm cell that is near Chamberlain and moving in an easterly direction. So we will keep an eye on this cell as well. And we'll see what happens. But non-severe thunderstorm currently is not severe. All right, going back up to this clustered line here using our Aberdeen radar. So we do see this cluster of severe weather that is currently going on in between Huron and Redfield, South Dakota. So this is Edgar O'Neill. He is live chasing out in the field here in eastern South Dakota, and he is watching this clustered line of severe weather. We'll continue to get updates there. But it does look like
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota, Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so it does look like they have went ahead and canceled a couple of the warnings that were put out. So the one down here, this severe thunderstorm warning down here has been allowed to expire. So that one's done. And then farther north, that Redfield one, the one that was up here for Redfield, that one's also been allowed to expire as well.
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota, Spink, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
Yeah, so they're talking about that warning right there. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and read this off here. So severe thunderstorm warning, again, in place there. This includes fairly rural areas, Valand and Wessington, South Dakota. Those are the two towns that are in this warning box. This is for East Central Hand and southwestern Spink counties until 7:30 p.m. Central, moving east at 20 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail with this. So we want to make sure we are in our safe spot there. And then farther east for Tulare and Hitchcock, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect here. And reading this one off, this includes, again, Tulare, Crandon, Spotswood, Hitchcock, Spink, Hutterite Colony, Liddell, Bloomfield, and Hillside colonies, all included here. This is for southern Spink County until 7:15 p.m. Central, moving east at 10 miles per hour, golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, a new report at 6:50 p.m., golf ball sized hail was reported 9 miles southeast of Tulare. So, yeah, some pretty large hail there. And then the severe thunderstorm warning also farther south that continues as well for Benila, Broadland, and Hitchcock, South Dakota. This is in northwestern Beadle County, in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central. This storm is moving east at 20 miles per hour, quarter-sized hail, actually golf ball-sized hail, excuse me. So we're looking at golf ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. Also, another hail report about 15 minutes ago, golf ball-sized hail reported near Hitchcock from trained weather spotters. So we're getting some large hail. Damage threat is considerable with this area of severe weather. Also, looking at the velocity, we are starting to see a pretty strong area of rotation. I want to make this very clear. We don't have any tornado warnings at this time. But what we do see is an area of rotation. We are definitely seeing rotation here near Broadland, South Dakota. There's no doubt about that we are seeing rotation here. And it's still there. And honestly, guys, it would not shock me here if we get a tornado warning issued here within the next couple of minutes. This is just near the Broadland area, so Broadland, South Dakota. We need you to be in your safe spot. This is a very dangerous storm that has produced large hail up to golf balls and 60-mile-per-hour winds, and also showing some signs of rotation as well. And the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. So we are concerned about Broadland, South Dakota. We need you to be in your basement, in your safe spot. But there is definitely rotation there, no doubt about that. It is a little bit of broad rotation at this point. It's not a very tight signature, but if we back it up here and take a look in the past few minutes, this thing has been showing signs of rotation for a while. It was about 6:40. That was a half hour ago. That was when we started to first notice some signs of rotation, and now we are still seeing that. So we'll see what happens. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. So we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning issued. Let's hear what the bot has to say here. Our bot is Stormy, our new bot. So everyone say hi to Stormy.
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, guys.
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota.
Right here.
Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hand, South Dakota. Until 7:30 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, guys. So we got a couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings here that have just been issued within the past minute. This one is a pretty large severe thunderstorm warning box, but this is strictly for Beetle County in South Dakota. Now until 8 p.m. Central. This does include Huron. So Huron, we need to be seeking shelter now. This is a very strong thunderstorm that is now going to be moving through the Huron area. So severe thunderstorm warning, 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail moving east at 35 miles per hour. Huron and Wosley area within the next few minutes. Get ready for this severe thunderstorm. Virgil at 7:25 p.m. Other locations include the Cavour, Yale, and Iroquois areas. So a lot of these same areas that saw severe weather yesterday, and now we're seeing more severe weather again today. Then we had another new warning just issued, and that's for this cell right here. And this is the one that Edgar O'Neill Storm Chaser is on. So this is this one right here just went severe. Just was issued once again. We had a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm earlier, then it expired, and now it's back. So a lot of severe thunderstorms that are going on across our region. And again, we did have that severe weather risk that was issued from the Storm Prediction Center today. We did have that slight risk in yellow, level 2 out of 5. We had the 2% tornado risk, and then we had the 15% hail and 15% wind risk for today. And so that is why we do see this severe weather across western South Dakota and also in eastern South Dakota. Tell you what, though, this is a very nasty looking storm. And we'll continue to keep a very close eye on this. This could produce something. And that is why the storm chasers are out on this storm. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning here. Let me go ahead and read this off. This is in fairly rural areas, so there's no communities that are in this. This is a very rural area. But severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Han County. So if you live in southeastern Han County, we need you to seek shelter and need to be in your safe spot. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central, so 15 minutes to go on this. moving east at let's see, it's moving east at 25 miles per hour, located near Rose Hill Dam. And so let's see, Rose Hill Dam, if you live in that area, that's the area we're looking at. So this storm is producing large hail. Seek shelter now in a sturdy structure to stay away from windows. All right, so that is the latest on that. All right. And if we look at the velocity data, it looks like we might be starting to get a little bit of rotation, very, very broad rotation. But again, we're looking for the reds going away from the radar.
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. So move indoors and stay away from windows.
And then we have this here. We are seeing a very strong cluster here of severe thunderstorms. That is over Manila, Hitchcock, Wolseley, Broadland, Wessington, South Dakota. And
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are...
All right, so yeah, so our new bot, Stormy, sometimes he'll repeat the warning over and over again. So we have a couple of severe thunderstorms. One of them located that's going to be moving into the Huron area, and another one that's going to be moving through the Rapid City area. Let's go back and take a look at the Rapid City one. And, it is getting close to the radar, so it's going to be harder to pick up on what's going on. But this severe thunderstorm warning continues here and includes, again, the Rapid City area. So Rapid City, you're still underneath this severe thunderstorm until 7 p.m. Mountain Time, so 45 minutes to go on this. Meade, Lawrence, and Pennington counties in South Dakota, moving east at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds, and quarter-sized hail. So we will continue to watch this very closely. Looks like the strongest part of the storm right now is just north of Rapid City and just north of Box Elder. So this spot right here is the area that we're watching. That's the worst part of that storm. And looking at the velocity data, I don't see anything. So not seeing any rotation with this as well. Let's see here. And up towards Buffalo, South Dakota, pretty healthy thunderstorm, non-severe thunderstorm going through Buffalo, South Dakota right now as well. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. And also another very strong storm that is near the Chamberlain area. We're continuing to watch this because this thing is all by itself. It's a supercell and it's in a pretty good environment. So we'll see what happens. We'll just continue to monitor this. Then we'll continue to watch this one as well for severe potential. All right, so we are watching many storms right now across South Dakota, the South Dakota area. Right now, as it stands, this is the strongest clustered area of thunderstorms and severe weather that we have going on in our region. And it's in eastern South Dakota. And it's just about to be heading into the Huron area. So right now, it is currently about 6 miles away from Huron. So it's about 6 miles to the northwest of Huron is what we're looking at. So if you're in Huron, I need you to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter. And I do have some family that lives in Huron as well. So hopefully they are watching. And we are seeing a very strong cluster here of severe thunderstorms near the Huron area that is continuing. So this is going to continue to move here in an easterly direction. These are moving east. So these will be heading towards the Huron area. And eventually Iroquois, probably eventually Bancroft, Willow Lake, Bryant, DeSmet, Lake Preston, Arlington. So if you've got folks in that area, might want to let them know that there is some severe weather that is going to be making its way through that area this evening. And I think what the National Weather Service is thinking here is this cluster here of severe thunderstorms is probably going to continue to move east, and it will eventually move out here into this area. And that is why they went ahead and extended that watch out here farther east there. So looks like we got some hail reports that came in. Let me go ahead and read this off. Golf ball sized hail reported in Hitchcock at 650. That was a report there. Another hail report up here. This one was west of Tulare. Golf ball sized hail at 628. And then another hail report just south of Miller. Ping pong ball sized hail at 652. And where things stand now, it looks like we are starting to see some rotation in a couple different spots here. So we could be getting some rotation down here now, and this is where that storm chaser is down there. But we also could start to see some rotation in here as well. Seeing some broad areas of rotation there north of Huron. So we will continue to monitor that as well for that possibility of a couple of tornadoes possible in eastern South Dakota. But down here, this one is intriguing because this is the far southern part of this severe thunderstorm. And we have storm chasers that are on this as well. And it does look like right now they're stopped right now. So we'll go back to that. But this is what could head into the Huron area as well. So something worth keeping an eye on there. Oh, new severe thunderstorm warning update. Okay, so we got an update to the warning. All right, so looks like we did get an update to this warning box. Let me go ahead and read this off. The one for Beetle County. Okay, actually, looks like it was, so what they've done, okay, so the severe thunderstorm warning up here for Benilla, Hitchcock, and Broadland, that one has been allowed to expire. So that's what happened. Okay, so this severe thunderstorm warning that is right here. So the warning right here has been allowed to expire. So that one will be gone here. But severe thunderstorm warnings continue here near the Huron area. It does look like also we are starting to see some signs of rotation down here west of Virgil. So we are starting to see some signs of rotation there west of Virgil. Something we'll keep an eye on. We also are kind of seeing a little bit of a curl starting to form there. Right in there. That's where we get that inflow coming into the storm. So we will watch that very closely. And that's on the southern end of this. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And up near the Huron area, we are seeing a pretty good sized hail core here over Broadland. So we're getting a pretty good hail signature there with this. Also another one up here in northeastern corner of Beetle County. So those areas that I just highlighted, that is where the large hail is going to be. And if we look at our hail product, there it is. So that highlights that. So right over Broadland, this is where we're seeing that large hail. So our hail threat is there, strong wind threat is there, and also some signs of rotation as well that we'll keep an eye on. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if we get a severe thunderstorm warning out here towards Willow Lake, South Dakota. Looks like we're probably going to be getting some hail there near Willow Lake, so wouldn't surprise me there if we get a severe thunderstorm warning issued for that storm. New update down here, down towards the Chamberlain area. I do want to throw this out there. We are seeing they just issued a special weather statement. And let me read this off for you. It does say here, a strong thunderstorm located about 10 miles west of Chamberlain, moving east at 25, wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour, and nickel-sized hail with this storm. So, yeah, very strong storm there in a fairly rural area, but it is just southwest of Chamberlain there. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, so let's see here. Also do want to mention we do have some thunder shower activity up here towards the Summit and Wheaton and Sisseton areas as well. We'll continue to watch this as well, but those are not expected to be severe. These ones down here, though, these are very, very nasty storms. And look at this live video. Look at this. So we have a very strong storm here. Look at that. Look at that video. This is from Edgar O'Neill, who is live right now. And seeing that area there, right in there, we might be getting a wall cloud forming there. So that is the area, that's the spot to watch that we're going to be watching here. So those are some mean-looking storm clouds there, folks. So would not shock me at all here if we get a wall cloud forming, and it looks like we already do see a wall cloud forming. And so we are going to monitor this one very closely. This one might be starting to rotate. And the cell that we're looking at right now is this right here. And this is heading towards Virgil. So Virgil, it is heading towards Virgil and Wolseley. So even Wolseley. So Wolseley, we need to be seeking shelter, as well as Wessington and Virgil. Yeah, we're also getting that curl. We're getting that curl going on, so I don't like that. That could signal some rotation there. So we might be starting to get some rotation with this storm. And then farther up north here, towards Huron, we are definitely seeing some strong winds here. I think we are probably getting some pretty strong winds. And let's see if I look at the other product here. Yep, and we are starting to see that. So I wanted to switch over real quick here. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so switching products here. This is a look at our shear detection. So this is basically where we look for the twisting of the winds. And what this shows us is we are seeing some, just north of Huron, those little green spots there. That is where we have some rotation going on. And our shear product there is picking up on rotation north of Huron. And so we will continue to keep a close eye on this, and we'll see what happens. But for the time being, no tornado warnings. But we do see this area of rotation just north of Huron that we will continue to watch very closely. And again, looking at the rotation, we are seeing we might even be seeing two different spots here of rotation. We actually might be seeing two separate spots. So if I go back to the other product here. So we might be getting two separate spots of rotation. One would be kind of right in here, and another one just north of that, kind of up in here. So we will continue to monitor this activity and continue to watch things very closely. But as of right now, no tornado warnings, but it wouldn't surprise me. And this storm is also really starting to get its act together, which we are starting to see that hook forming there. You see how the motion of this, you see a hook forming. And we are starting to see that now right in here. So we are going to watch this very closely and keep a close eye on that. Also, new severe thunderstorm warning. And our bot should announce that here in just a moment. So new severe thunderstorm warning issued. This is that one that I was talking about down near the Chamberlain area. So this one's down here. And it's in between all the radars, so it's going to be hard to see anything. Let me switch to the Sioux Falls radar. So there it is, severe thunderstorm warning, just south of Chamberlain, just southwest of Chamberlain here. So this is in effect here now until 8 o'clock p.m. Central, so a half hour on this warning. This is for Lyman County, and this storm is moving east at 15 miles per hour. Ping pong ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds with this storm. And locations would be the Lake Francis Case area within the next few minutes. So that's the only spot. It's a pretty rural area here in south central South Dakota. So at this point, we have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings going on in South Dakota. So let me go over the 3 again here for you. Starting out west, this is the one out west towards Rapid City. Rapid City, you guys are in the clear. So want to make that very clear. The Rapid City area, you guys are no longer underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. You guys are in the clear now. So you guys are just seeing some light rain. But severe thunderstorm warning, now a new one in effect here for New Underwood, South Dakota. So if you're in New Underwood, if you're in and around the New Underwood area here, seek shelter immediately. Severe thunderstorm warning for 60 mile per hour winds. So we're looking at 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Moving east at 35 miles per hour. It'll be near the Ellsworth Air Force Base, Box Elder, New Underwood, Elm Springs, Viewfield, and Curlew Lake. So those are some locations impacted by this storm. So again, the precautionary action, it does say here, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. So that one out there, we are continuing to watch. And looking at the velocity data, I do not see any rotation. So no rotation. That is strictly for strong wind gusts of 60 miles per hour. We do see some other strong storms out in western South Dakota. One up here over Buffalo, South Dakota. We're continuing to watch that one. Couple of strong thunderstorms in eastern Wyoming that are continuing, and we're going to continue to watch that very closely as well. And we'll see what happens. And then we have some other thunderstorm activity down here near Custer and Oglala. This activity moving in an easterly direction. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. But in western South Dakota, in our western region, we only have the one severe thunderstorm warning, again, near the Rapid City area. So that's the one severe thunderstorm that we have going on currently, again, right in here. So that is what we have going on out west. Also, did want to throw this out there. We did actually get a tornado report in Wyoming. This was a half hour ago, actually. This was at 7:01. A brief landspout tornado lasted about 10 minutes, and it was a landspout tornado. And so that was reported in far eastern Wyoming, just south of Newcastle, Wyoming. That was about a half hour ago, so I did want to mention that. So if we back this up here and look at this, so if we back this up a little bit, that would be right in here. So you can't really see it there. So quite interesting there, but yeah, it must have been right in there. There was, I guess, a tornado report. So again, it was a land spout, so it's not going to show up on the radar very well. So, so if you want to talk about tornadoes, we did have the one tornado report, and that was in eastern Wyoming. All right, then again, this one was just issued. New severe thunderstorm warning that was just put out here, just southwest of Chamberlain. So Chamberlain is... And it looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. So again, the Chamberlain area is right here. And severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. So let me go ahead and read this off for you. So this is for, again, Lyman County in South Dakota until 8 p.m. Central, moving east at 15 miles per hour, ping pong ball sized hail, and 60 mile per hour winds with this. So we will keep a very close eye on that. New severe thunderstorm warning. New severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and look at that now. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning. And that is up here in northeastern South Dakota. And this is for that storm that I was just talking about with you guys.
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark, South Dakota, Hamlin, South Dakota.
Yep.
Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark, South Dakota, Hamlin, South Dakota. Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, guys. So, new severe thunderstorm warning issued. And this is for Hamlin and Clark counties in northeastern South Dakota until 8:15 p.m. Central now. Severe thunderstorm moving east at 25 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter-sized hail. So this storm will be near Vienna at around 7:40, so the next few minutes. Hazel at around 7:45. Other locations is the Hayti area and Thomas as well. So looks like we got another new severe thunderstorm warning, and we're going to hear it from Stormy here in just a second. New severe thunderstorm warning. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning issued. And just waiting for the bot here to go over, waiting for our bot to go over this warning. But this is...
National Weather Service Omaha/Valley NE has issued a flash flood warning for Fremont, Iowa, Montgomery, Iowa, Page, Iowa. Until 9:30 p.m. flash flooding may be occurring. Turn around, don't drown. National Weather Service Omaha/Valley NE has issued a flash flood warning for Fremont, Iowa, Montgomery, Iowa, Page, Iowa. Until 9:30 p.m. flash flooding may be occurring. Turn around, don't drown.
All right, so real quickly, just wanted to go over this. This is part of our coverage area as well. Flash flood warning in effect until 9:30 p.m. this evening for Fremont, Montgomery, and Page counties. Flash flooding occurring here caused by heavy rain, and they're getting a lot of rain down there in southwestern Iowa. So, want to be sure we are keeping tabs on that. So if you live in those areas in southwestern Iowa,
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South
yep, this one,
Dakota,
here we go.
Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota, Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, guys. So new severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and this also includes Huron. So Huron, we need to be in our safe spot. We're it looks like it's just about to go through the Huron area right now. And it's also just about to go into the Yale and Cavor areas.
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning in place here. This is, again, for western Kingsbury, northern Sanborn, southern Beetle, and northeastern Gerald counties until 8:15 p.m. Central. The storm is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Okay, so we're starting to see an interesting development here. We're starting to see this line come together. So it's started to form a line of severe weather. Now we can say it's a line of severe weather. And it is starting to take a right turn. So it was originally kind of moving in an east-northeasterly direction, but now it is moving southeast. So it's starting to move southeast now. So what that means is Huron is, we're getting this severe thunderstorm going through Huron right now. But if you are in Cavor, Yale, Virgil, Alpena, Iroquois, we need you to be seeking shelter, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. And again, you want to prepare for large hail and damaging winds. People outside should move immediately to shelter inside a strong building. Stay away from windows. Wind damage with these storms will occur before any rain or lightning. Do not wait for the sound of thunder before taking cover. Seek shelter immediately inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. So that is the latest there from the National Weather Service. So if you are in Alpena, Virgil, Huron, Cavor, Yale, Iroquois, Bancroft, and Esmond, South Dakota, you guys need to be seeking shelter immediately as we have a severe thunderstorm here. And if we look at let's go up to that storm chaser, Edgar O'Neill. Look at this. And that is his live feed right now on this complex of severe weather. So we have some very strong storms. Very strong storms that are across eastern South Dakota. All right. I haven't looked at the rotation in a while. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and see what we were looking at. Looks like we are still seeing some rotation here just west of Virgil. So a little spot here. And worth noting, we could be seeing some rotation there. Still, it's not a lot of rotation. And up here, just east of Huron, looks like we could be seeing this right in here. Looks like we might be getting some rotation right over Yale and Cavor, South Dakota. All right, so we are going to continue to watch this complex here as it makes its way now southeast. So for the Sioux Falls area, a lot of people are wondering, since this thing has kind of started to take a southeasterly track like that, this thing now might, if it holds together, it could go through the Sioux Falls area, but we'll see what happens. There's still a long ways to go on that. It's still quite a ways away. It's from Sioux Falls. So from the Sioux Falls area, this storm is about 85 miles northwest of Sioux Falls. And it's moving at about 30 miles per hour. So you do the math there. It's going to be a while if Sioux Falls gets this. But we will keep a close eye on it. Also, we are continuing to watch this one as well. This is moving straight east, and it's moving towards... it's actually just about to cross the Missouri River. So this thing is pretty wound up as well. It's a pretty strong thunderstorm. All by itself. It's a supercell all by itself. And let's go back to the Sioux Falls radar. So not seeing anything on velocity. But this hail, look at that. We are definitely seeing that hail right in there. So yeah, pretty strong thunderstorm there with this. This is just near the Chamberlain area. So we will just continue to watch that. All right. I do want to throw this out there. The severe thunderstorm warning. Whoops. Not sure what happened there. The severe thunderstorm warning that was issued just east of Rapid City for New Underwood has been allowed to expire. So this has gone below severe limits. And if we put a loop on this, you can see this thing is kind of falling apart. So, yep. So all of the severe weather in western South Dakota.
National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lyman, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible.
Yep, this one down
Move
here.
indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lyman, South Dakota. Until 8 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so we got an update to this warning here in Lyman County. Remains in effect until 8 p.m. This severe thunderstorm is moving east at 15 miles per hour. We're looking at 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail with this. And this is, again, just south of Chamberlain. This is just about to cross the border into East River. This is just about to cross the Missouri River. All right, let's go back up to the Aberdeen radar. We are continuing to watch this severe weather that is going on near the Huron area, right over Huron right now. This is a line of severe weather now, all the way from just south of Watertown, and it goes all the way south here through west of Huron. And this activity is now moving in a southeasterly direction. So we will see what happens. We'll see how long this lasts. This line of severe weather will last. But severe thunderstorm watch in place until 1 a.m. So we don't expect this to go away anytime soon. So this is expected to continue for quite a while. Severe thunderstorm warning continues up here as well. Let's see here. All right. All right, so let's see here. All right, so Mayfield Colony, Vienna, Hazel, Hayti, and Lake Norden, you guys are all under a severe thunderstorm warning. And let me go ahead and read this out for you guys. Oh, and looks like we got an update. This warning has been allowed to expire. Okay. Let me double check and confirm that. It does appear that this thing has been allowed to expire. And let me wait and see if that's true. It looks like we're not seeing any rotation with this activity with that. We'll go back to that one. All right, so here is our severe weather, our main severe thunderstorm line. We did get a 71 mile per hour wind gust report. That was at 7:04 from a Mesonet station near Woolsey, South Dakota. 71 mile per hour wind gust there. That was at 7:04. So I do want to mention that. And keep looking at the velocity. I'm not seeing much there, but we'll continue to monitor this. Near the Virgil area, we are seeing this severe thunderstorm here. Very, very strong storm here near Virgil. So, yep, we are seeing a area of large hail. What quarter-sized hail and 70 mile per hour winds. So that is the damage threat with those are the threats with this severe thunderstorm. Huron, again, we need you to be in your safe spot, remaining in your safe spot in your storm shelter. We do have this severe thunderstorm that continues through the Huron area. You guys are not in the clear yet. Same with Woolsey and Virgil and Cavour and Yale. And Iroquois, you guys are next. So some communities that are next in line here with this severe weather is Iroquois, Pearl Creek Colony, Bancroft, Esmond, and Alpena. You guys are under the severe thunderstorm warning, so you guys need to take cover, take shelter, and this line of severe weather is going to be moving through your area, so take cover here soon. And the severe thunderstorm warning here, this has been allowed to expire. So this one just southwest of Watertown has gone below severe limits, so it is no longer severe. Looks like we are starting to see a pretty strong thunderstorm up here in northeastern South Dakota, up here near the Wilmot and Foster area. So heads up here, strong cell that we'll keep an eye on, but currently not severe. It's also not in the best environment, but we'll keep an eye out for it. Well, once again, going out west and taking a look at the updates out west, we do see a couple of stronger cells in far eastern Wyoming, but those are non-severe. We are also looking at some rain and thunderstorms in northwestern South Dakota up here towards the Buffalo and Bison area. And then we have this area of thunderstorms near Rapid City down towards Shadron. That continues as well. None of this activity is severe, so the western half of our region, we do not see any severe weather. So all of the warnings have been allowed to expire out west. So this is strictly now eastern South Dakota and south central South Dakota. So going back here, this supercell all by itself, severe thunderstorm warning. This is just crossing the Missouri River from West River to East River. And don't have any further updates yet on this. But this storm is moving east at 15 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds, and quarter-sized hail with this activity. Something that I wanted to go ahead and do. This is actually a pretty cool tool that I wanted to show here. Pop on the air for you. And let me see if I can get it to show up here. Whoops. Might have to redo it. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Let me pop this up for you guys. All right. So here is a look inside of this storm that is just south of Chamberlain. It's a supercell. It's all by itself. So this one is pretty to look at. You can see just south of Chamberlain. It's in a rural area. It's just crossing the Missouri River. So this technology is really cool because we can go ahead and take a closer look at this. We can move it around, and you can see the right now it's over 40 kFTs, so it's pretty high up there in the atmosphere. And this is what it looks like. We see these are, so basically what we are looking at here, this is the cumulonimbus tops of the severe thunderstorm. So think of it this way. This is as if you're looking at the storm at cloud level, and you can see basically the structure of, this is essentially the structure of this severe thunderstorm. And again, looking at this, this is a 3D volumetric scan of this. You know, it's kind of like when you take an X-ray at the dentist. It's essentially the same, works the same way. So it takes you inside of it, makes it 3D, so you can see what it looks like, and we see that cloud structure. So this is what it looks like. The cumulonimbus tops there over 40 kFTs. So we will continue to monitor that
National
storm.
Weather Service Aberdeen SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lyman, South Dakota.
That's the one that they were talking
Until
about.
8:05 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible.
All right, so let's go ahead now and wanted to go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing on this one. Having trouble loading that one. So let's see here. So we are seeing this. Oops. So this is inside of this storm. Looks like let me go ahead and separate it here between the two. So this is the one just south of Huron. And you can see 50 kFTs is what we're looking at. So it's very high up in the atmosphere, giving us that 3D view here of this. And this one as well, as we see here, it's kind of flatlining at around 40 kFTs in the atmosphere. So it's pretty high up there, but you can see the anvil there, that those are the anvils coming off of the cumulonimbus tops there of the clouds. So just another cool feature that we can use here in our weather storm center. So go ahead and go back to the traditional view, and let me go ahead here and take a look at our chaser feed. Edgar O'Neill is still watching this complex of severe thunderstorms very closely. And they are going to continue to watch it and see if anything comes out of that, if we get any spin ups. But we are seeing this severe weather that is moving through the Huron area currently and surrounding areas. So again, Woolsey, Virgil, Alpena, Cavour, Yale, Iroquois, Esmond, and Bancroft, these areas around the Huron area, in and around Huron, are going to be seeing this severe thunderstorm. Now looking at the velocity scans, looking at the rotation, Looks like we might be still getting a little bit of rotation here down near Virgil. Yeah, right in here. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of rotation there still. So we'll continue to watch it. Looks like we're probably getting some strong winds near the Yale area. So anytime you get the brighter colors like that, in a bigger spot, that's an indication of strong winds. And if we look at our hail product, we are definitely still seeing some hail. Looks like the area that we're seeing the hail is right in here, over Virgil. So also the note, they have dropped the severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Beadle County. So that half of the warning has been allowed to expire. So I do want to mention that. So we're going to get a couple of notifications here from our bot here in just a moment. But they have canceled. So this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued right here has been allowed to expire. But severe thunderstorm warning continues here for this area in yellow, the yellow polygon there. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 8:15. Looks like we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so we got one out west again. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. So severe thunderstorm warning now, a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for areas east of Rapid City. So this is for west central Hawken, southwestern Ziebach, southeastern Meade, and northeastern Pennington counties in western South Dakota. Now in effect until 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Severe thunderstorm moving east at 30 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds. That is the main threat there with this severe thunderstorm. This locations impacted are Elm Springs, Creighton, and Bridger, South Dakota. So if you got any folks in that direction, or if you live in these areas, we need you to be in your safe spot seeking shelter immediately. And we can see that actually on the velocity with these brighter red colors on the velocity. That is where we're seeing strong wind. So that is our spot of very strong winds. Again, Bridger, South Dakota, we need you to be seeking shelter. Very strong storm. So this thing has kind of reorganized and got its act together again. This was that same storm that came through across Wyoming and then moved into the Rapid City area. And now it is moving east. And it's moving again, moving east at 30. So it's not, I'd say it's moving about standard speed for severe thunderstorms. All right, going back to, let's see. Oh, do you want to mention this? Let's see. So the severe thunderstorm warning, the one in Lyman County just south of Chamberlain, this cell has been allowed to expire because this thing has started to die out. This thing's been going for quite some time too. Yeah, look at how long this thing has been going. So, all right, so this storm has fallen apart, and this is really started to fall apart, and it's below severe limits. So that's good news there. That is near the Chamberlain area, so that one's been allowed to expire. So as it stands right now, we have two
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beadle, South Dakota, Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beadle, South Dakota, Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:15 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right. Thank you to our bot there. All right. So they updated the severe thunderstorm warning again. The one here in northwestern Beadle County has been allowed to expire, and this one remains in effect here until 8:15. But my guess is it will get extended. But the latest information on this severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect here for another 10 minutes until 8:15 Central for, again, western Kingsbury, northern Sanborn, southern Beadle, and northeastern Gerald counties. This severe thunderstorm line is moving east at 30 miles per hour. So again, it's kind of moving in a southeasterly, easterly direction. It does say here at 7:49, a 56 mile per hour wind gust was reported east of Cavour. Let's see. Alpena, you guys are next in line here, as well as, again, other locations that are next up. Esmond, Iroquois, Cavour, Bancroft, Pearl Creek Colony. You guys are all next up under the severe thunderstorm warning, so we need you to be taking shelter. And it does say here, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Prepare immediately for large hail and damaging winds. People outside should move to a shelter inside a strong building and away from windows. Wind damage with these storms will occur before any rain or lightning. Do not wait for the sound of thunder before taking cover. Seek shelter immediately inside a sturdy structure. Stay away from windows. All right, so that is the latest there on that. And looking at the rotation, let's see and look at the velocity. There's not much there. So, also, this is from a station from the Huron Airport. This was at 7:33. A 63 mile per hour wind gust reported in Huron. And again, that was at 7:33. All right, so farther south, as we look across the country, the only other spot on the map that has severe weather is here in northwestern Kansas. There's a severe thunderstorm warning down here. Just thought I'd mention that, but it is interesting, though, that pretty much our South Dakota area, South Dakota right now, is seeing the severe weather today. All right, so we're continuing to watch this one that is going to be moving in fairly rural areas, but it is heading towards Bridger, South Dakota. So if you got any folks in that direction, or if you live in this area, you need to be seeking shelter as a severe thunderstorm is heading towards your area. Again, this is for Hawkins, Ebok, Meade, and Pennington counties in South Dakota until 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Moving east at 30, 60 mile per hour winds with that. Oh, and it looks like there's actually a tornado warning down in Missouri as well, that same storm that I was just looking at. So there's actually a tornado warning now in effect here in northwestern Missouri. Let me go ahead and look at this here. All right, so this thing is all by itself. This thing is northeast of Kansas City. So tornado warning in effect here. And that is in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central for Gentry and Harrison counties in Missouri. Tornado warning moving northeast at 20 miles per hour there. So if you got any folks down in that direction near Albany, Missouri, need to let them know that there is a tornadic thunderstorm down there. So that's just outside of our coverage area, but just thought I'd mention that that is the only other spot in the entire country that we are seeing any kind of severe weather. All right, so we are continuing to watch severe weather across South Dakota. We have currently, as it stands right now, we have two severe thunderstorm warnings. We have one out west here in western South Dakota, and then we have one in eastern South Dakota. So one on each side of the river. And so we're continuing to really keep an eye on this complex of severe thunderstorms here, located near the Huron area. It's a very strong thunderstorm still. If we look at the hail product, we are seeing some large hail over Virgil, South Dakota right now. Also near Huron, or spot there, and also near Yale and Cavour as well. So, couple spots there of some large hail.
National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota, Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:17 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows. National Weather Service Sioux Falls SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle, South Dakota, Gerald, South Dakota, Kingsbury, South Dakota, Sanborn, South Dakota. Until 8:17 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so we are continuing to watch severe weather across South Dakota here. That continues. So we are continuing to watch some very strong thunderstorms here in eastern South Dakota. Some non-severe thunderstorms as well. All the way up through Millbank, down to Watertown, over towards Redfield, Miller, Huron. We're seeing areas of severe and non-severe thunderstorms that continue here. And so this activity again is going to continue to be moving in an east-southeasterly direction as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours. Looks like up here we got some interesting weather up here near the Minnesota-South Dakota border, up here near the Ortonville, Minnesota area. There's some stronger cells up here, and we will keep a very close eye on this. All right, so let's see here. So severe thunderstorm warning here. That's heading towards Bridger, South Dakota. Let me see here. What is the population of Bridger, South Dakota? Curious. I'm very curious. So it's actually population of 48 people. That was as of 2020. So around 40 to 50 people. So very strong storm here that is going to be moving through going to be heading towards the Bridger, South Dakota area. So severe thunderstorm warning in place. This is for this activity right here located, and you kind of see it's kind of bowing out here, and you can tell this is a classic wind signature. And so we are seeing that here, and it is moving towards Bridger, South Dakota. And also, do want to mention we are starting to get some strong thunderstorm development down here in Nebraska and extreme southern South Dakota. Down here towards Martin and Gordon. So Martin, South Dakota, and also near Gordon, Nebraska. We're starting to see some strong thunderstorms that are starting to pop up and develop. Just got a new update. The severe thunderstorm warning for Beetle County has been allowed to expire. Okay, so these storms have started to weaken, and they're below severe limits now. So severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Beetle County. So that's good news, and hopefully we're done with the severe weather. But we do see this activity now has died out and has been allowed to expire. So strong thunderstorms, though, will continue here along this line of thunderstorms and severe weather. We'll continue, and we'll move in a east-southeasterly direction as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours. But this activity has gone below severe limits now, so it is no longer severe. So as it stands right now, we have the one severe thunderstorm warning out here in western South Dakota. It's in a pretty rural area. All right, so here is what we are going to do. We have been live for coming up on 2 hours now, bringing you guys live severe weather coverage. It does look like things have started to calm down quite a bit, quite significantly actually, from what we've seen. So here is what we're gonna do. I don't like wasting your guys' time. So if things are not what I would deem a serious situation, I don't want to waste people's time. So
National Weather Service Rapid City SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hawken, South Dakota, Meade, South Dakota, Pennington, South Dakota, Ziebach,
yep, so that's
South Dakota.
They just
Until
updated the
9
warning, that's all
p.m.
it was.
damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, so let me go ahead.
National Weather
and
Service Rapid City SD has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Hawken, South Dakota, Meade, South Dakota, Pennington, South Dakota, Ziebach, South Dakota. Until 9 p.m. damaging winds and large hail are possible. Move indoors and stay away from windows.
All right, let me go ahead here and let's switch to the green screen.
All right, guys. So it is 8:17 here p.m. On this Thursday night, June 4th, 2026. So we have been live bringing you guys severe weather coverage for the last 2 hours. So we have seen severe weather across western South Dakota, and we are still seeing that one severe thunderstorm warning that is just east of Rapid City. And right there, that yellow box, that is where we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that remains in place there. And it's heading towards Bridger, South Dakota, but that is in a pretty rural area, so we're not seeing much people living in that area. So other than that, we've had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings here in eastern South Dakota, from Redfield down to Miller over to Huron. That area has seen numerous severe thunderstorms and over the past couple of hours. But they have dropped all of the severe thunderstorms, so we don't have any more severe thunderstorm warnings for this cluster of severe thunderstorms in eastern South Dakota. Severe thunderstorm watch continues out west until 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Central. That still includes Rapid City, Wall, over towards Dupree, Faith, and Buffalo areas. That'll continue until, again, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Central. And then we have a separate severe thunderstorm watch here for central and eastern South Dakota that continues until 1 a.m. Central tonight. And that includes Pierre, Huron, Chamberlain, Mitchell, Watertown, and Brookings, and Madison as well. Severe thunderstorm watch again until 1 a.m. here in this pink shaded area. So what we're going to do, things have quieted down in the weather department. The severe thunderstorms that we had have gone below severe limits. And so we just have the one severe thunderstorm warning again out west here. So things have calmed down significantly than what we have been seeing over the past couple of hours. So with that, we want to thank you guys for watching today's stream. Now, if we see any tornado warnings, if we see things ramp up again, and we start getting some really destructive storms again, we will jump back on and bring you guys the latest. And for the time being, though, we're going to step aside. We're going to jump off the air for you guys and continue to watch our social media. Continue to go on Facebook and X as well as Instagram. We will continue to update you guys on those social media platforms and bring you guys the latest on those and the latest updates and severe weather updates. But for now, this is it. We'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in and watching us and supporting us. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop the like and drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our future videos as well as our future live streams. And also check us out again, Facebook, X, Instagram, and even TikTok as well. We post on TikTok as well. So for everyone here at TSC, my name is Riley. Thank you guys for watching.